Hello, Twilio folks. My name is Autumn Curtis, and I'm excited to share with you my favorite app that I've worked on so far. It is a front-end app that is a quiz called Pick Your Pup, and I've used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in this app. So I will get started on a quick UI portion of it, and then we'll move on to the code because there's a lot to cover. So we're going to go ahead and start the quiz, and I'm just going to very quickly put in some answers to these questions so it can populate our top dog choices based on the algorithm we have. And there we go. We're going to submit that. Oh, look at all these cuties. Okay, so what we could do is just click on one of the breeds, like that bloodhound right there, and when we click on it, we see down here that we have a brief description of the breed. We have connected you to your nearest rescue for that breed, and then there's an embedded YouTube video telling you a little bit more about the breed. And so we have down at the bottom, we've got some data persistence we put in there, so we can just go back and hit our back button and do change my answers. We all love the ability to do that. And then resubmit. We've got some new top dog results, and then we also have the option to just restart with a clear form. So without waiting any longer, let's jump into that JavaScript. So we'll start with our results file, and you can see here we start with 3 arrays: the quiz results, the quiz we just ran through, all of the dogs, and then the top dogs. And this is the array that the top choices, the 3 choices that just populated, would be pushed into based on the weighted algorithm that we have. So we've got our constructor function right here, which has lots of different properties to it. And then we've got this right here, which just retrieves the quiz results. A little bit down lower, we've got this function called instantiate dogs, and that just takes that constructor dog and makes new objects. And I'll just stop for a second and say there was this app I worked on last year before I had worked with databases or anything on the back end. So there is a lot of hard coding, and I knew even then that there was a better way to do it. I just didn't know how. So I'm just making a little bit of an excuse for myself, but it is kind of fun to have a marker of how you've grown as a developer. So we go down here to the function score pups. This was actually really one of the most challenging things about working on this project. We thought it would be pretty cut and dry to come up with a weighted algorithm just within this one function. The first question on the quiz is about size of dog, and we really thought that was really important, that if somebody said, I only want a small dog, that we're not populating the results at the end with, like, say, a Mastiff or a Great Dane. So we weighted that heavier. We ended up creating a separate function for that, which you'll see in just a moment. And so you can see right here, that's why we're starting at 1, is because we don't want to include that first question in the score. As we go down, you can see all of the different allergies, if the dog's a service dog, all of the different questions we've got in there. And then we've got the function sort pups right here, which is going to sort the pups in the all pups array by the pup score. This is that separate function I was talking about, which heavier weights that first question. And so in order for a dog to be considered for our top dog array, the size must match, and that's what this function does. And then we move on to the display that happens at the end when we hit the results button, and we've got the images, and we've got down here we've got some functions that handle and determine the different selections. And then we head down a little bit farther, and we've got our embedded YouTube videos, and then right here we've got this right here creates a listener to clear the local storage on demand, and then we've just also have the ability to just return to the quiz. So we'll head over now to the quiz.js file. And again, we just start with a empty array called quiz results. And right here, this is going to allow us to retrieve the quiz results if they're available. This right here is allowing us to restore the quiz values, and we all the same values that we've gone through. Allergies, if the dog's a service dog, hair, all that good stuff. And then we head down to a function called get quiz results right here, and that function handles the submission of the quiz answers. And then we've got this right here, just preventing the page from reloading. And we're going to head down to, let's see here, right here, and this is going to save the quiz to local storage, and then finally we transfer to the result page right here. So out of time, but I enjoyed presenting this to you, and take care.